too on why fentanyl is like we need to restart this war. Look at my eyebrows. Ooh. It's my Friday. I decided not to do any makeup today. Or my hair. I said, fuck it. I got up. I was lazy as shit. For real. Like, sat in bed and smoked a joint and watched YouTube and drank some coffee. That's what I did this morning. And look, the phone rings. I can't make a video to save my life, I swear. 1 second. Thank you for calling Soap Float Center. This is Tiffany. How can I help you? Absolutely. That's totally fine. So what I could do for you is I could cancel it for today and it'll go back onto your account for you to schedule whenever you're feeling better. Or if you have a day in mind, I could do that right now as well. Okay, perfect. And it might take a couple hours to reflect on your account and you to get the email, but I'll take it off today. Yeah, thanks for calling, Nancy. Bye. Okay. Now, as I was saying, so, hey, fentanyl, it's a scary, scary fucking drug. It's insane. You know, the cartel's putting it in meth now to get people more addicted to dope so that, they can keep pushing their drugs. And you also know that none of them over there use that shit. They'll tell you, we don't fuck with it. We bring it to you guys. So, just a little fun fact for you fucking sheep out there that like to alter the brain in such a way. It's not where it's at, guys. It's not where it's at. It's not. If you remember when you first used it, your brain and your body rejected that shit as best as it knew how, and you pushed through it. So, should have listened to the body. Push through that pain. Get off of it. They got medication to help. Go find your clinics, dude. Get help. And then after you get off the dope, go see a therapist, dude. Because all that shit stems from mental health anyway. Like, if the world were to focus on mental health, not the war on drugs, not any of that. Focus on mental health. Push mental health. All the other stuff would trickle away because the problem is always up here. Mind over matter, you know? But anyways, so we're stepping into part 2. And as I was saying in the other video, like I can't speak again because that's my thing. Ashley and Tyler had been cheating on Ashley for a minute. Like a long, long minute. Like going to bars, being a dirty, dirty douchebag for a minute. I hate to speak ill of the dead. There, see? Told you. I hate to speak ill of the dead, but Tyler was shitty to her. And that girl stood by him devoted, like most of us do with codependency issues. Most of us drug addicts accompany our addiction with codependency. Just things you learn, you know? So, he's been cheating on her. She's been working 2 jobs, taking care of 3 kids at that point. And she finally met someone when she was using, you know, because I wasn't talking to her and I was a solid connection for her. And once I stopped. And, you know, she tried to hit me up a few times and she knew it was wrong. So she quit getting a hold of me for a while too, until I got the phone call about Tyler. And so, yeah, she finally meets another dude and turns out this dude is a dope man, but a fentanyl dope man. And Tyler, even though he was cheating on her and getting drunk and whatever, kind of put it together that she didn't give a shit no more. She wasn't calling to see where he was at. Why aren't you coming home? She wasn't worried about all the other shit that he was blatantly doing. She just was like, whatever, we're roommates at this point, you know? Tyler didn't like that. So Tyler does whatever he can to get Ashley back. And Tyler puts it together that Ashley's using opiates again. And I mean, at that point, I think we all thought he was fiddling around behind her back. But that night, that was a bonding thing. Let's do this together. One time together. That was their thing. We'll do it together one time, then we'll get sober again, and then when everything will be all right, we'll We'll rebuild. That one time was it. That was the last time. It was the last time. Just like he said, this one last time. Gave me chills, man. That one last time was the one last time. And so they went and got the bag. And knowing that it was not like, here's a bag of heroin, careful. Okay, so anyway. Tyler is gone. And now Ashley's a wreck, right? So I'm asking her when she's calling me, and she's talking to me like I'm talking to you guys now. Like, I don't think it had quite set in at that point what had happened. She had called me the next day. What can you say? You know, I'm asking her, like, for real? Are you serious, Ashley? For real? He died. Are you serious, you know? I couldn't go to his funeral. At that point in time, I was pretty angry with Tyler. Which is kind of unfair. We all know better. We all know better. So either you got it inside you or you don't. And there's this inner strength you have to pull. And you don't know where you're pulling it from. That's God. That's whatever your higher power is. You're pulling from somewhere else. But it's in you. It's like you're capable of that if you want to be. But hard work is hard. Who wants to do hard work? I do. I want to do hard work. I want to put in the work because I don't want to die. I got kids that are going to come back one day, and I don't want to be the person everyone said I was going to be when they see me. So I pull from a strength that's outside of myself to get through my days. So when other people fail, and it's people you care about, and it's like, it's kind of an unfair expectation. I'm putting my expectations of myself onto them, and maybe they can't handle that. Ashley couldn't. And I still feel guilty about this whole thing. It's eating me up, right? So she had called me one day, about 2 months after Tyler died, telling me I can't get sober. I can't do it. I'm living with this guy. I need him out of my house. Yada, yada, yada. And what she was really calling me for was dope. Because she couldn't find any and was hoping that I would call one of my old connects for her and introduce them. I didn't. What I did do was tell her I could take Zoe, because at that point, I think her mom had Brody and Jackson. And I knew she was carrying that baby around, and I knew what she was doing. So I said, just drop Zoe off with me for a little bit. You can fucking figure your shit out, get better, kick that dude out, come drop the baby off. It's a hard choice for a mom. It's the most unselfish choice a mother could make at that moment to do that. And she couldn't. She was selfish, and she kept the baby because she wanted her baby. I get it. But I saw the future. I've seen it. I've seen it happen before in the past. And if death doesn't catch you, the fucking state will. You go to prison, they're gone, and it's a victim of the system, right? It's another fucking rigmarole bullshit that we see so much in life. You have to break the cycle. You know, it takes fucking one generation to break generational curses, and it usually takes 2 or 3 generations to get that shit right before things are on track. That's a very real thing. So even though you're not getting it, you're putting in the work for a foundation for your children's children, for them to be business owners and better people than who we were. Shit gets me emotional, dude. Like, if I can't do anything right in this life, maybe I could set up something so that my people will succeed later. Because the work that I put in now And I'm going to keep doing that until I get it right. I'm going to keep doing it because of friends like Ashley. So, told her no about the dope. Can't get you dope. Let me have Zoe, dude. She knew I didn't have my kids. I would never do nothing dirty like that to her, but I'll keep her safe. And I'll love her for a minute until you can. 2 months later, I get a phone call, 1:30 in the morning. Didn't answer it because I was sleeping. I keep my phone on silent usually when I sleep, or at least on vibrate, because I don't like to be bothered by anyone, really. I mean, if people want me, they can call my husband. They know how to get a hold of me if it's important, but my phone stays on silent after work hours. So I listened to the message the next morning, and it's Ashley crying, and it's very incoherent. So call her back the next morning. What's up? What's going on, man? Couldn't understand your message. She says, Tiffany, can I please come stay with you? I couldn't get that guy out of my house. I tried to get clean, and I just can't do it. I'm so fucked up right now. And then she hits me with it. Tiffany, Zoe overdosed last night on fentanyl. Zoe's 6 months old, dude. Zoe ain't even crawling. How the fuck did your daughter overdose on fucking fentanyl? She tells me, I don't know, but she was dead in my arms. I was trying to bring her back, and I couldn't, and she was blue, and she wasn't breathing. The EMTs got there. And they got Zoe to breathe. She's breathing again. She was dead for almost 5 minutes. Probably more, because who knows how long she was out before Ashley woke up and fucking saw her daughter, just like Tyler. And because I'm spiritual, I believe the only reason that baby was alive was because Tyler was there. Just like crying, holding his baby. How are you going to let that happen to your kid, man? So I hung up on Ashley. Told her I couldn't help her out. And I didn't want to yell at her, because I can't imagine the guilt she's feeling. But I'm so angry, because had you just dropped her off, had you not been so worried about getting your dope and just came and dropped your baby off, because who knows what's in Zoe's. She was a perfect baby. Beautiful, perfect little girl. Now, because of Ashley, is she going to have brain damage? A little girl going to be developmentally disabled her entire fucking life because of how long she wasn't breathing for? No oxygen to the brain. So maybe Zoe died. That's all because somebody wanted to get high on fentanyl. It's a very real life story. Just one of the many I have. And that one's not even my story. It's just a friend of mine's. I have another story. One day, a friend of mine comes to me and tells me I gave my friend's son a ride to school. He had no shoestrings in his shoes. So I asked him, hey, buddy, where'd your shoestrings go? Little boy says, my mommy's friend took it out of my shoe this morning to put it around his arm. That's what kids around the world are seeing. That's what they're dealing with. And that's on a daily basis, and so much worse. So much worse. Because when mommy and daddy are knotted out, what are their friends doing to their kids? Because they ain't their friends. They're just their dope fucking people. It's a dirty, dirty world. So I guess if I tell this story, it's not to be hateful to Ashley, because I still love her. I feel a very, very soft spot in my heart for her still. I'm angry at her. Angry at Tyler for dying. I'm angry at all of them for knowing better as grown-ups and not being able to make the choice because it's too hard, or they don't like how they feel because their bones hurt and they don't feel good. Your kids don't feel good. Maybe they do physically, but emotionally they don't. And they don't even know why. Man, I guess so. If I can't stress anything enough, dude, it's go get your guys' self some help. Break your generational curses, because they come. You know that your brain can't tell the difference. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between alcohol and opiates. It's the same thing in here. Same thing. So your dad's an alcoholic, or your mom's an alcoholic, and you're an opiate addict, and fucking grandpa's a gambling addict, like, and here you are. Can't figure out why everything you like it so much, you know, because you were programmed to like it. Like, you have to fight it more than anything. Like, it's like, how bad do you guys really want to live? And then I think about it, and it's like, maybe some of you don't. Maybe some of you are using because you, A, are too scared to handle whatever. You don't want to live. So you walk around like a zombie, already dead. You're just a shell of your old self. You know what I mean? Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, when fentanyl comes around, it's like you're sitting there. One day you're yourself and you're inside there, and this little light is there. And the more you smoke that, or shoot it in some cases, or snort it, fucking eat it. But either way, that light that shines inside you just dims and dims and dims until there's no light left. And you're a literal shell of yourself. You look like you, and you sound like you, but you're fucking gone. You haven't been there for a long time. You checked out. Because being you sucks. And because being you hurts too much. Because you don't understand why this is what you are. This is your life. Why? And I'm a why person, you know. I don't want to know why. You just tell me why things are the way they are. Why they work. Why this is. What this is. And I'm cool, dude. Like, my brain can draw a connection, and I understand things, and I'm better when I understand things. Like my addiction. Once I understood it, I know how to tackle it a little better. So I hope if anyone that watches this can do anything, it's you can understand that you're the only one that's dimming your light. You're the only one emptying your gas tank. But you're also the only ones that could fill it back up. You're also the only one that could shine inside yourself. And it feels so good when you do again. Like, it's like grasping at these little pieces of fucking something. Like, you can see it again. You can breathe again. It happens. You guys out there are breaking my heart. killing your babies and killing yourselves. It's better sober. It's not easier. You guys aren't looking for easy. You're looking for better. And anything that's going to be better is never going to be easy. That saying's so true. Anything worth having is hard work. And it's bad days. And it's a lot of fucking pain that you haven't felt for a lot of years that you've got to deal with. But you start to get better and your chest feels lighter and you don't feel so fucking tight anymore. And I really hope you guys can find that. I hope that for your families. I hope that for your fucking little babies. Those poor little babies. Show them something better. You are their role model. You're their very, very first role model. Who do you want them to be? And if you don't think that way, think about giving them a chance with somebody who can. Because there's always somebody that will love them, that's safe, that's not a fucking freak weirdo. There's people that have so much love to give if you don't. My huge regret in life after losing my kids was getting my tubes tied. So much love to give. And I got to deal with that. You know, so we all have shit. Just some people can't deal with it. They end up dead. Well, anyways, guys, like and follow. If you want more stories, I have fucking lots. Legitimately thinking about just writing a book, like a fucking biography. I don't know what it would do for anyone other than people be reading it and be like, that bitch is lying. There's no fucking way. Okay. Anyways, seriously though, like and follow for more. Thanks for listening.